Bilirakis, you recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and I want to thank the ranking member as well. I'd like to thank my colleagues from both sides of the aisle for all their hard work in drafting this important bipartisan piece of legislation. And I really appreciate, Mr. Chairman, you giving us the opportunity to testify on behalf of our provisions tonight. I really appreciate it. It's very good. And it's good for the public and our veterans to know what's in the bill. I'm proud of the work we have done this year to ensure that we, as a nation, take care of our veterans when they return home. But there's always more work to be done for these honorable Americans. The brave men and women of our U.S. Armed Forces have answered the call to protect the liberties we enjoy on a daily basis. We must answer the call to help our veterans in return. The challenges our nation's heroes face do not end on the battlefield, but continue as they make their transition to civilian life. We must find viable ways to improve both the effectiveness and delivery of transition resources. In order to give the best opportunities to our veterans, we must be prepared to address new needs as they are identified. And we're doing that in this committee. I'm very pleased my legislation, H.R. 1994, the Veteran Act, was included in the overall bill we are discussing today. My provision will make necessary investments to the information technology systems of the Veterans Benefits Administration. First, it requires all original and supplemental claims for educational assistance to be done electronically. Makes sense. This will ensure that veterans are able to receive their benefits in a more timely and efficient manner. The provision would authorize $30 million to help the VA carry out the mission of assisting our veterans in getting an education and transitioning back to civilian life. The Secretary of Veterans Affairs will be required to submit to Congress a plan to implement proposed changes and improvements within 180 days of its enactment. The plan will ensure that this committee has the necessary information to perform its oversight duties. After a year of implementing the changes, the VA Secretary will also be required to submit a report giving the committee an update on what is working and what is not working so that we can fix it. This will provide the committee with the information necessary to continue to improve, of course, how we serve our nation's heroes. Overall, this section will modernize the GI Bill claims processing and help streamline the system for veterans to receive their educational benefits. Mr. Chairman, I have a letter of support for my bill from the Veteran Act that's included, again from the Association of the United States Navy, which I would like to ask unanimous consent to include for the record.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In closing, I remain dedicated to ensuring that our nation's veterans have access to the important educational benefits they have earned and deserve. We have a responsibility to make sure our veterans are fully prepared with the skills, resources, and education they need to thrive in civilian life. I urge my colleagues to support this beneficial piece of legislation, and I yield back the balance of my time.